The lad in the French class.
Exactly, he talks about eco-terrorism in French. He happens to be Muslim, and suddenly...
One of Mrs. McConville's sons, Michael, described her murder as a war crime and said the family would seek justice no matter how long it took.
Smoking is to be banned in all prisons in Wales and at 4 jails in southwest England from next year. It'll also be prohibited inside all open prisons in England and Wales from next month. The Prisons Minister, Andrew Salou, said it was a first step and the eventual aim was for all jails to become smoke-free.
The group that I criticised Mr Mourinho for not apologising to Eva Carneiro, there was no suggestion within that letter that he sent to the council that his organisation was going to take any action around this. Whether that was around Dr Carneiro's treatment or John Fern's treatment or the wider issues of the health and safety and medical...
Is the knowledge that a GP will act in a patient's interests solely without any financial motives. Schemes that provide incentives or payment to GPs to reduce referrals, introduce a financial contaminant to that trust. It's short-sighted and misguided.
The Financial Conduct Authority says it's planning to introduce a 2-year deadline for customers to claim compensation for missold payment protection insurance. More of this argument that we should learn more from how people in Asia and people in the United States, which is also cited.
I think it's almost a separate debate as to how productive you can be at work versus sort of working more hours. And as you've just discussed there, it's actually very hard to work out how productive people are when they're at work. So
He's saying work hard.
Exactly, which implies more hours. But that isn't actually, I think, the right metric, I must say. I think, well, I'll give you one study, Eddie, that I found. EY looked at Chinese workers and they found that they spent almost half of their...
Fraud allegations. He stepped down last week after the firm admitted fitting software in millions of cars that could rig emissions tests. And John McDonnell has called for an end to austerity in his first party conference speech as Shadow Chancellor. He told delegates the Labour government would ensure multinational companies paid their fair share of taxes. That's the news for now. Derek calls.
Yes, call from back.
It was about 11 o'clock in the morning. The sun not shining and a look of hard, wet rain in the clear.
Helped build democracy in Tunisia following the Arab Spring. The committee said the Tunisian National Dialogue Quartet had shown that Islamist and secular political movements could work together to establish peace. Let's get to sport. Here's Mike.
FIFA is being urged to consider postponing next year's presidential election due to the ongoing crisis at football's world governing body. Several members of the executive...
Oh, okay. All right then.
So...
Well, at least most of my stuff's ready for stir fry tonight anyway, so that's something, I suppose.
Okay.
And I'm going to end up having to work because I've just had Chris Swanston come into my office, park his big fat arse and say, by Wednesday, can we have the recognised revenue by month, by bucket for 2016?
All right.